How does ESPN roll when we come to Vegas? Over 250 professional bowlers from 14 different countries, bowling on 5 different oil patterns, have invaded Las Vegas to be part of an event unlike any other in sports, the PBA World Series of Bowling. The World Series is the ultimate test for the greatest names in the game. 6 Lumber Liquidators PBA Tour titles on the line, with a champion crowned each week. It all leads up to the main event, January's PBA World Championship, the first major of the season. It's the PBA versus the rest of the world, and it all starts right now.
This year, the World Series of Bowling has moved from Detroit to here, the South Point Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. And today, we officially kick off the 52nd season of PBA action with the Brunswick Pro Bowling Cheetah Championship. Hope you're enjoying the tail end of your Thanksgiving weekend. Thrilled you're here with us, Rob Stone, and the newly elected PBA Hall of Famer Randy Peterson here with you. Congratulations, friend.
Thanks, Rob.
Long time coming. All right, how about we start strong?
Absolutely.
This season. If you like high scoring and the potential for a 300 game on television, today may be your show. 12 perfect games were thrown throughout qualifying this week on the Cheetah Oil pattern. This the first event of the World Series of Bowling, and the World Series of Bowling equals grueling bowling.
Maybe the most grueling event you and I have ever covered. The players throughout this competition have competed on all 5 of the named animal patterns. Each field was maxed out at 252 players, comprised of men, women, teenagers, 14 different countries represented here. And every telecast will feature a stepladder finals.
And here's a look at today's stepladder. We begin with Lonnie Wolochek versus Michael Haugen, both seeking their 3rd career title. Hall of Famer and defending champion Norm Duke, the marquee name here today as he goes for win number 34. The charismatic Richie Allen, your 2 seed, and Eugene McCune, who absolutely dominated qualifying, sits in the fabled catbird seat. Now let's head it back to the lanes and the introductions.
The number 5 qualifier is a 2-time PBA Tour champion from Wichita, Kansas. The upgrade, Lonnie Wolochek 2.0.
So the Wichita, Kansas native will get us going here as we kick off the 52nd year of the PBA. And that's how we like to start off a season, my friend.
Well, Rob, it's been a long time for Lonnie, but it's nice to see him trip the 4 early.
The number 4 player owns a pair of PBA Tour titles, including 1 major from Carefree, Arizona, Michael Haugen Jr.
Well, Michael also doubles as the assistant coach of the men's bowling team at Arizona State. Trying to fire up the women's team. They need a few more competitors, so we told him we would do our job today to try and get some women bowlers to Arizona State.
Nice plug there, Rob.
Anytime. Back-to-back jacks to start off the 2010-2011 campaign. Take a look at Michael Haugen Jr.'s arsenal, what he has in his bowling ball bag today.
Well, he's going with the bank, which has the highest hook rating of the 3 choices. It's interesting that with all the friction to the outside part of the lane, he'd be using that ball.
So leaves the 10 pin. So Haugen remains clean.
Rob, this week was all about pin carry. It wasn't even an issue getting the ball to the pocket. But it was all about knocking 10 pins down when your ball did get there.
All right, we talked to Wolochek about the pin carry this week here on the Cheetah. His line, the pin carry was stupid good. Usually that's a good thing. So Lonnie perfect through 2, and we'll take a look at his arsenal for the afternoon.
Lonnie brought out 5 different pieces of equipment, and again, another player going with the highest hook rating. A lot of times you see players take a ball that hooks a lot, back their hand out of it, and let the dry part of the Cheetah oil pattern take the ball to the 1-3 pocket.
How did that 7 stay standing? Lonnie's asking the same question.
Oh, this is just a bad break, and watch this. Again, in talking pin carry, Lonnie looking to take a big lead here with a 3-bagger, and pin just jumps right over the top of the 7 pin.
Takes care of the 7, does Wallachek. Strike, strike, spare for Lonnie thus far. Well, joining us throughout the World Series of Bowling, former Miss USA winner Kimberly Pressler. And Kimberly, athletes find motivation in many forms. How did Michael Haugen Jr. find his?
Well, Michael Haugen Jr. has made his mark on the PBA Tour, including his comeback win in the 2008 Tournament of Champions. And he says he owes all his success to his grandfather.
I've been very athletic my whole life, but bowling's been the thing that I've been the best at, and I just stayed with it. Something about the one-on-one thing, and I'm good at it, I guess. And as a kid, my mom raised me, but I was around my grandparents all the time, and my grandfather would go every weekend, and I always wanted to go. And at 5, he said, "Okay, I'll take you," and I started shoveling it down, granny style, two hands. And I think when I was like 7 or so, I was one-stepping and throwing, and yeah, he's probably the closest person in my family to me, and obviously the one that got me started in bowling. And not having a father in my life growing up, he was very influential. My grandfather always taught me, that you're be thankful for everything you get in life, and you're not always going to win, so give the other guys due when they play better than you, and when it's your time to shine, be a gentleman, because your bowling will speak for itself. The trophies are sitting in his house. I won the Lake County in 2007, and then I won the 2008 TSC, and both the trophies are sitting on his TV at home. They'll stay there with him, for as long as he's around, so I can wait for him.
When we return, we wrap up match number 1 between Haugen and Wallachek.